Hey, vinyl community. I don't know what that was. That was some kind of salute that didn't need to happen. Sorry, I was caught between this and that, and that's what happened. So we're doing one take again today. I got some great stuff to show you today. It's a byproduct of I've only gone cheap vinyl hunting 3 times in the past 10 days. Which is abnormally low for me. Just other stuff in life, medical stuff you don't need to know about. But like I said, this is the byproduct of about 3 different trips around to those cheap thrift stores and just cheap vinyl bins, etc., etc., etc. So, without further ado, cheers everyone. It's Roll Up the Wind time in Canada at Tim Hortons for its god-awful coffee. So, do you guys know what Roll Up the Rim to Win is? You must be Canadian to get that. I haven't won shit. Tim Hortons. Liars. Anyways, you can Google what Roll Up the Rim to Win is. Stupid promotion. Anyways, I had a massive promo CD haul. And I filmed a separate video for that, and it just went on too long. And I don't know if enough people out there have a passion for promotional radio CD singles like I do. I've been collecting them since I started in retail. What was it? I don't know how long ago it was. Too many years ago. Decades ago. And what promotional radio CD singles are, if you don't know, they're CD singles that record labels issue to local label reps and the local label reps for Warner, CBS, or what it became Sony at the time, Polygram, Universal, MCA, etc., etc., etc. They would take those singles to radio stations and service them in hopes that they would add them to their playlist. But this is before the time where Big Brother in the U.S. controlled all the radio stations across North America, where a label rep would go in and play a song for a program director, and in hopes they would add the song. Anyways, these are very special to me because I kind of became known as the promo CD single guy with all the labels. They brought me everything. And a few years ago, I kind of donated like 1,000 of them because I had thousands and thousands of them. But I kept the ones that were important to me. And then I had a haul, which I suspect was an ex-label rep gave away a bunch of these singles as they're primarily one label. Or it's a nerd like me who just got sick of them and donated them. But they're pretty cool, and I will breeze through them for those of you who care. And what's cool about these singles, and by the way, if you're thinking my videos were too long, just kind of use the slider. Just skip forward to the vinyl. What's cool about promo CD singles is a lot of times they had exclusive artwork. They had exclusive versions of that single. They had odd B-sides that weren't even released commercially until maybe later on. They had just little promo interviews, things like that, and I love them. It's kind of a sense of, if you're a collector nerd, I guess, it's kind of a sense of I have something that not a lot of other people have, and a lot of these extra versions are highly collectible. So that's kind of why I have a love for promo CD singles. So instead of going through all of them together or going into detail, because I know you all want the vinyl, let me breeze through these. I got, what is this? 6 promo singles by REM, and I do collect REM, and these are all promotional radio singles. I got Losing My Religion 1-track single with an edit on it. What is this? What's the Frequency, Kenneth? I think that has that's different. That's a promotional one. It has like, I think an exclusive edit on that one. 2-track version of Bang and Blame by REM with another edit. An REM sampler. A lot of these came without front artwork, but some of them had exclusive artwork. But it's a sampler CD from their album Automatic for the People, with Man on the Moon edit, and there's a different edit fade version of Everybody Hurts that was made for radio, etc., etc., and a few other tracks. And then a proper promo single for Man on the Moon, which has another edit on that one. And this one's really cool, and I will go into a little bit of this one. This is a live acoustic version of Losing My Religion that Warner released to radio. And and it was recorded live on the radio show Rockline, if you're old enough to remember that, on the Global Satellite Network with Bob Coburn. This was recorded April 1st, 1991. Sorry, I need some coffee here. With my non-winning cup. Fucking Tim Hortons. Anyways, what is special to me about this, and you can Google this and look this up, you can listen to it. This was recorded on that radio show, and Rockline was a call-in show. People would call in, talk to their favorite band, and I was on there a lot. I kind of mastered how to get into that show. But if you go to I believe, REM HQ website, there's archival interviews with REM. And you can listen to the whole radio show of this Rockline show, which this song comes from, the acoustic version of Losing My Religion. And at some point in that show, I am on it. And I listened to it not too long ago because I discovered it online. I'm on it. I'm Dave from Edmonton. And you can listen to me when I was, how old was I? I was probably 19 or so. And I sound remarkably the same. Maybe I was more intelligible back then. I don't know. Anyways, that was what's cool about that. That's taken from that radio show that I was on. And I got to talk to REM. Made them laugh. I got some cool Ramones promo singles for Pet Sematary, Poison Heart. I might skip some of these. Ramones for R-A-M-O-N-E-S. Ramones, you know, R-A-M-O-N-E-S. That was on their Greatest Hits live album, and then Motorhead later covered that song. Ramones Touring from their album Mondo Bizarro. Poison Heart was from Mondo Bizarro too. And a one-track single from their covers album Substitute from their album Acid Eaters. We're doing one take today. Blur Song 2, which has, I think, well, it's only a 2-minute song, so it can't really be an edit, but there's a second track. A lot of these things had what's called call-out hooks. And call-out hooks, which are kind of cool, it could be the band saying, you know, the radio can use this. It would be, "Hi, this is Blur coming up as our new song, Song 2." It could be a little clip of the song that the radio station would use to advertise what they're playing at the top of the hour, etc., etc. But those are call-out hooks, and that one has a call-out hook on it. Pet Shop Boys, I wouldn't normally do this kind of thing, which is very highly valuable, this promo single. And you know what? I don't know if anyone else needs to see the rest. I got 4 promo Alice in Chains singles, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Little Wing, cool David Bowie promo single with exclusive remixes from his album Outside. That was cool. What else is here? Suicidal Tendencies, Faith No More, Epic promo single. Morrissey's The More You Ignore Me, The Closer I Get from his album Vauxhall and I. Nirvana, U2, etc., etc., etc. Thanks for indulging me in those that you guys don't care about. I hope maybe some do. Anyways, before I get to the vinyl, I'm not going to paint myself in a corner and make this grand statement, and it won't be in my title because, you know, I like to have excitable titles when I can, not clickbaity titles. So I'm not including this, but this might be my last Vinyl Fans video for a while. For whatever reasons. I think you guys get it. Although my Vinyl Fan videos, a lot of you watch those videos, and thank you so much. But I don't know. I sought the counsel of my 2 bestest friends in the world, my 2 dogs, Mika and Shelby. We had a talk about it. And I really didn't understand what they were saying, other than I think they were encouraging me not to do Vinyl Fan videos for a while, where that would free up my hands for more belly rubs and feeding them treats. That's what I took out of that conversation with my 2 dogs. My cat wasn't different. And you know, for the 99.99% of you people who are really nice, engaging, you know, there's always that one asshole. If you don't like the length, don't skip by it. Anyways, I'm just so, you know, I might give it a break for a while. I might. We'll see how I feel in a week or 2. I have other videos coming up, like I always tell you. I got a contest submission for Andy's Vinyl Den, which I think is a little bit unique. I have a special video that I was really happy to make. That it's one of the first videos I ever wanted to make, and I finally found a way to make it where it might be relatable to you for vinyl stuff. You'll see. But as far as vinyl finds, who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Anyways, let's get to the vinyl finds. Just incredible stuff. And this ain't no bullshit. Although I don't think I bullshit you. I think I'm pretty honest with you all. Ready for the first one? This was and I firmly believe you can have more than one Grail. You can argue that point, but, you know, it's my belief system. So I'm allowed whatever I want. I just gave you the awkward salute hi when I entered the video, so I mean. Stevie Ray Vaughan and the Vaughan Brothers, the Jimmy Vaughan, family style, original pressing. I found on the weekend, and I'm singing it. I'll sing the rest of this video for the 0.001 people who don't like the length of my videos. Okay, I'm kidding. Original pressing of family style, and I can't tell you, my wife was with me, and I can't tell you how, it's one of those moments. You have to be a record nerd to understand that one. Family style, I've been after. The only two Stevie Ray Vaughan records I'm missing of original presses were this one and In Step. I think The Sky is Crying too, but I don't mind getting a reissue of that one. But yeah, this is one of those moments. And there's a lot of those, in this pile coming up, there's a lot of those moments. And when you're getting up in age like me and you have issues, that's not good for you to find these records. It's good, but it's not good for your heart. I mean, I'm still buzzed about it, to be honest with you, and this a few days later. I have all the, you know, the kind of really super amazing finds interspersed in this pile. But I'm not a huge Supertramp fan, but I found a half-speed mastered 45 RPM cut audio file of Crime of the Century at the cheap store or the thrift store. $1.99 for like it's like those half-speed mastered 45 RPM heavyweight cuts from, this is like, what is this? This is from that A&M audiophile series, which I have a few of these. I have The Police and Split Ends and et cetera, Although the vinyl on this one's a lot weightier than those ones. I mean, if you're a Supertramp fan, not the biggest fan, but it's kind of a cool find. Okay, these were from today. And it just so happens that I have a little bit of a block of time to complete this video today. And so the prices are on here, and I'm going to talk value for these to kind of put some things in perspective. I don't really talk about value a whole lot, so I don't like to reduce things down to value all the time. But these were 3 thrift store finds. And if you're on the YouTube vinyl community, you would have saw me post these in the racks as I found them. Because, you know, some people think I have hookups or some shit like that. No, I just don't stop looking. Liz Phair White Chocolate Space Age original pressing on Matador Records. I talk in Canadian dollars because I'm not American or English. I mean, I can barely speak English, but I'm not from the UK. Original pressing. This was $3.99. Discogs value Canadian is about 75, sometimes, you know, a little bit higher than that. So, and I was just happy to find Liz Phair at a thrift store. So that's another one of those moments there. It's like, and I was talking to someone on Facebook about this one when I found it. Is when I owned a record store when this came out, it was even hard to get in as a new release because, you know, the vinyl in 1998. Vinyl presses weren't as prevalent as they are now, if you can cast your mind back 20 years. But White Chocolate Space Age by Liz Phair, another one of those kind of moments. The Herbalizer, Session 1, double 10-inch record. If you don't know, this was $5.99, but still. I can't remember what Discogs value was. Like I said, this is just to add perspective to how cool these finds were. I think it's about 40, 50 bucks around there for a double 10-inch of this Herbalizer album. If you don't know Herbalizer, you can definitely look it up on YouTube or whatever streaming service you might be using. Or, you know, wait until my final video's over and look it up on YouTube. But anyways, Herbalizer Band Sessions 1, just really cool stuff right there, and I can't believe. I'm guessing it's the same kid who donated his record collection again, which I happen to find these newer pressings. This is, monetarily speaking, the greatest find I've had in a long time. This album is from 2007. It's Royce and Murphy, Overpowered. That was $5.99 too. But look on Discogs, it's about $275+ Canadian. And I think some joker maybe paid $400 Canadian or something like that. But it's in around that $275 range for this. This is the original UK pressing on pink and double album on one's pink, one's orange vinyl. Royce and Murphy, you'd have to it's indie electro kind of stuff. You'd have to listen to her to understand. But monetarily speaking, I mean, I think those three albums together, it's like about $400 worth of vinyl for $16 total. So, I mean, yeah. All right. Some cheap vinyl bin finds. Aerosmith's first album, which I just didn't have. Aerosmith, I can take them or leave them. There's certain albums I love by Aerosmith, you know, but it's kind of hard to put Aerosmith in perspective these days with the way the Gong Show, the way their band is now, where they're always hating each other, getting back together, and releasing substandard albums, which I wish they would just make a good rock Aerosmith album, not worry about getting #1 hits anymore, because they're not going to do it. It's 2018. No one wants to hear an Aerosmith ballad anymore. But this is back when they were cool. The first Aerosmith album was Dream On. Really cool progressive rock, space rock album, which I've been looking for, and I got it for a few bucks. Band called Nectar, A Tab in the Ocean. This is a Canadian pressing on, but I flipped around to the right side. Canadian pressing on Passport Records, which I don't give a shit, because I just don't see this album ever. It's one of the better space rock, progressive rock albums you'll ever hear. 1972. Like I said, this was licensed from Bellafon Records. So yeah, 1972. Amazing. Tab in the Ocean. I've been looking for this one forever. A decent copy. All right, this was a haul from Saturday morning. Saturday morning, I kind of peaked early because it was by 10 a.m. I had this haul, and I called it a day after that. Or did I? I think I said one of my other hauls were from Saturday. It might have been from Sunday, actually, because this was all I did Saturday. Was this one haul, and I just said, well, I can't do any better than this today. I think this is the third copy I found. This is an original Canadian pressing on Warner Records Canada. Never mind the Bullocks. This is that white label with the Warner label, and it has that smaller Virgin Girl label. You know what I mean. Original pressing, and what's cool about this is this has the original printed inner. So I am a massive I should make a video just about my love of the Sex Pistols. You know, the first time I heard them in '82, I believe it was. Yeah, and they're one of those bands for me. You guys know. But I found another original pressing of Never Mind the Bullocks. A little bit of cover wear, but no big deal because the vinyl is absolutely nice as hell on that one. One Jam album I've just never had on vinyl. I've had on CD, and I can't believe I've not had this on vinyl. This is The Modern World by the Jam. This is, like I said, original Polydor pressing, 1977. And I know the songs, I just don't know why I have had this on CD. I just don't know why I haven't had this on vinyl. But there you go, now I do. I'm guessing this was the same guy who sold these albums, or gave these albums away, whatever he was doing, because, oh no, you know what this was? This was a online ad. The Sex Pistols, the Jam, and what you see coming up here. A guy had an ad on, and he, in his ad, he didn't list keyword searches for local classified ads. He didn't write vinyl, records, anything, any kind of search term. So this ad sat for a day, which normally people would snap this shit up in 2 seconds. And I can't remember why. I can't remember how I even found it. The ad. I think I might have searched Sex Pistols or something. And I called him right away. He said, "Yeah," and he was selling these for $1 each. And I still have the ad saved on my phone. I can't believe it myself still. But yeah, that's what that was. Sorry, that was. I'm getting ahead of myself. That was an online classified ad for Sex Pistols, The Jam, and another original pressing of Madness, One Step Beyond. I now have 3 copies of this. I don't need 3 copies, but you're not leaving this behind, are you, for $1? I'm not. Guadalcanal Diary, 2x4. Gold stamp promo copy. I quite like them. So I've never owned this album, so I'm quite happy to own this album now. An album by The Church that you see everywhere. Not one of the more collectible albums, but doesn't mean it's not good. It's a damn good Church album. And I think it's just called self-titled now I think of it. I thought I was seeing things, but yeah. It's a promo copy of The Church. And Gary Newman, Pleasure Principle. I have an autographed copy, so I don't really need this copy. I might use it for play and stash away the autographed copy. A little bit of writing on the top there, but vinyl's beautiful. Original Beggar's Banquet pressing. There was another Gary Newman album here. There it is. Gary Newman and the Two-Way Army Replicas. That's another original pressing on Beggar's Banquet. Like I said, another album. I met Gary Newman. I waited for him after his Halloween show here in my city. And it was a 2-hour wait in the bitter cold on a Halloween night, but it was worth it because he came out and he was the nicest guy. And he signed everything I brought and was happy to talk to you, which was really nice to meet him. And he autographed all my early Gary Newman albums, including this one. So once again, I might keep this one and stash away the autographed one. Japan, The Art of Parties. I'm not sure if this is an EP or what. I've had this before. But it has Quiet Life on it, which I'm quite happy to have. A copy of Quiet Life on vinyl. And for as much as I love Japan, I can't remember much about this album right now. It's a 4-track EP. That's what it is. The Art of Parties by Japan. You might know David Sylvian, who went on to record some pretty cool albums with other artists, experimental albums. Public Image Limited. A couple of videos ago, I found a copy of their second album, second edition. You might know. You might have seen that video. Got a copy, an original Warner Records pressing of The Flowers of Romance, which I thought I didn't have, but I do have. And I should know better. I have everything Public Image Limited, singles, albums. For some reason, I thought I might have traded my copy of this or something, but I have it. So another copy, like I said, but you're not leaving this behind for $1. We're coming down to the end. What time is it? Yeah, it's my normal time. Like I said, I'm staring at a stack of records I have to clean up and get some labels off and clean them and whatnot. Some pretty cool albums I'm looking at right there. If I decide to do another vinyl fence video, with my mind, you know, I'm just kind of in a mood right now where it's, you know, but if I do another one, you'll see those ones. Copy of Sammy Hagar's VOA, which I can't believe I haven't had this on vinyl. I have the CD. It's got a I Can't Drive 55 on it. Like, I mean, come on, Sammy Hagar. And this one will be of very limited interest, but I had to mention it because I've enjoyed listening to this album 3 or 4 times already. Because in that video I made for Andy's Vinyl Den at my contest submission, I kind of touched on this subject. Back in the day, from about 83 to about early 90s, I would go to punk shows, I would go to raves, I would go anywhere that had live music or underground club music. I was into everything. I didn't discriminate. I would even go to country bars. Edmontonians, ready? I'd go to Esmeralda's for cheap dollar beers. Get hammered, put up with the line dances, and then F off to the next cheap bar. When you could do that in my city, get dollar drinks, happy hours. Anyways, this was one of those club records, labels that I really liked at the time. It's a label called More Protein, and they had a lot of really kind of influential UK rave music, garage music. Back when I used to go to illegal raves, some of this stuff would feature like Easy Posse, Everything Starts with an E. And basically it's a label sampler from More Protein Records, 1992. I love this album. Love it. Brought back lots of memories of being out of your head or off your head at these illegal garage raves. But basically what this is, and this might put you off, but this is Boy George, and after Culture Club and all that shit, he changed his name to Angela Dust. He had a pseudonym, he had a band under the name Jesus Loves You, to try to hide his identity, and he made this really great rave music, acid house, whatever you want to call it. And this is kind of an overview of that label, with Eve Gallagher, like I said, Easy Posse, and then Jesus Loves You, MC Kinky, which I love. MC Kinky's the greatest white ragamuffin toaster MC you ever want to hear. I love MC Kinky. No one can toast like her. And you have to be into reggae, I guess, to know what I'm talking about. Just tremendous stuff put to a rave beat. It was amazing. And I've talked so long about this album, but I love it, and I have to talk about it because I love it. I guess if you're into it, great. If not, it made me happy. All right, that's it, and that's all. I got nothing more to add other than, like I said, I'm going to start slowly releasing or making public the videos that I've recorded, not made public, because I said, you guys know I find vinyl. Do you guys need to see more videos like this? I don't know. I know I'm incredibly entertaining, Anyways. Look out for those other videos, and if you watch those, I would appreciate it. That'd be cool. Anyways, from my absolutely pointless roll up the rim to win coffee mug, you get 50% water and a modicum of coffee flavoring, and they suck you in trying to win cars and stuff, and I won shit. Anyways, she's been David Michael, aka Nazz Nomad. Thank you, everyone. And I think now that I'm not going to be making these Vinyl Find videos, hopefully, maybe not for a while. Who knows? Who knows? You might see my face tomorrow and I'll come off like a big steaming bag of lies. But, I'll have more time to comment on your videos. I watch all your videos. It's just kind of trying to think of something more interesting to say, hey, nice finds. Which, I do think that, but, I would like to engage more with people. But having said that, just rest assured I do watch your videos. Yeah. So there you go. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time with some kind of video.